Hello grapplers and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna see two situations that happened during Evo for two different Sangi players who were very close at winning a set. All of this is just to check things we could do, how to improve, how to take these losses and turn them into W's, because that's the general idea. The winner from here goes through losers with the option to, let's see the whole fight, Hadouken, knee, that knee is plus, ends the combo. No Oki here, but you can drive rush if you want to continue the pressure, but the Oki here is very limited. Standing heavy punch, you're +1. Standing medium punch, very interesting. It caught Christie trying to jump away from the corner. Now here you have a really good amount of plus frames. Usually you're between +11 to +14, depending on how you hit the jump, but you're very, very plus. So if you want, you can continue the pressure with a heavy punch. That should be uninterruptible by considering the distance between the two characters. SPD, light SPD, +30, dry rush, sweep. Up until this point, Simple Tricks has it very, very, I wouldn't say easy, but has all the offensive in the world, has the life advantage, has super level 3 available, so he has all the tools that he requires in order for taking the W, for winning. Christie has not been waking up with Shoryuken. He has been just using Shoryuken between dry rushes, because as you know, Sangi when he dry rushes, there are only a few gapless dry rushes, and I say gapless quote unquote because certainly there is no gap. The opponent cannot use Shoryuken or Super, but they can dry reversal. It's very uncommon for people to dry reversal Zangief unless the situation arises, like Zangief is close to the corner or something like that. Usually they want to mash something in between. But the important thing is, up until this point, Christie has not relied on waking up with Shoryuken. However, you as a Sangi player must consider every character with a Shoryuken could use it at any point. In this case, this person is close to losing. This amount of health is probably one heavy SPD, one medium punch, and you're done. The possibility of waking up with Shoryuken is very high here. So at some point, you have to let the opponent go. You have to wait here. Because again, here Simple Tricks went for the SPD, Christie woke up with Shoryuken. You can still take the round. Dry rush. Forward jump, very weirdly, a very strange forward jump. You can recover in time. And here, Simple Tricks, even though he didn't get the punish counter from the recovery frames, because, well, Christie didn't press a button, he got OD SPD, good damage. However, the dry meter over here is pretty low for Simple Tricks. So here you have, ideally, to recover at least another dry meter, just to make sure you can take the pressure blocking. And this is a big issue. He went for a dry rush on block. And of all the options Zangief has for frame traps out of dry rushes, he went for probably one of the worst. Why, you ask? Because these trades with 4 frames. The trade is decent for Zangief, but you're trading health. And in a situation where you don't need to. If you go for crouching medium punch, on block you're gonna be +3, and it is also a frame trap that catches 4 frames. So it is not really necessary to go for the standing medium punch. And remember what I said before? Shoryuken. So he got in Burnout trying to go for a frame trap with a character that has a Shoryuken with low health. One of the most common situations to go for a Shoryuken. You can continue the pressure here. You can still win, but you have to be extremely careful. If you go for a mid, like a standing medium kick or sweep, standing crouching medium punch, anything that has long recovery frames, you can get the stun, even if you block it. You do have super level 3, so you can be mashing the super level 3 after every blocked scenario, after every crouching medium kick, just to put a little bit of fear. And he only has 2 dry meters, so it's not technically the worst situation for Zangief, but you are in Burnout, and that is no bueno. That knee was really, really bad. That knee will never connect. It was too far. Easy to punish. Christie recovered dry meter from this, hard knockdown, and now you have a lot of time to set up something. Empty jump, low, another jump. Simple Tricks in problems. And that is the dead. A dead Zangief. Being overly aggressive is something that happens to a lot of Sangi players. You feel you're taking the W, you have a lot of meter, you're winning, you have them in the corner, and you go. In this specific case, if you really think about it, he went for either heavy or medium SPD. Either case, that was not the round ending move. That's the first thing. The other thing is this shuriken, if blocked, was the end of the round. So baiting this was mandatory. You as a Sangi player have to be very careful of baiting things. When you are winning with this difference in health, you have no reason to overcommit to something. You can just wait here. The ODSPD, fine, you can take the meter. However, if you need to drive rush and do it on block, try to go for gapless drive rushes, especially when you're so close to winning. You don't have to risk it for a frame trap. If you leave any frame trap, any space, likely someone will match Shoryuken or Super. There is an OS for baiting super level 3, so you cannot commit to super level 3. Basically, people press something and hold up. A flash allows them to jump. So you cannot go for super level 3 over here. You have to take it. You don't have to overcommit, and if you do, try to do something that is not that high in terms of getting punished. For example, that was a Shuriken, but that could have been a jump or anything, because that was an SPD. If you have to do something like that, go for a regular grab. Continue the pressure until you're absolutely sure the next SPD ends the round. Sadly, that was not the only situation of a single player almost winning a round. We're gonna see right here, Danny against Oil King. Knee, perfect parry, a spine buster for the Oki. You have a lot of frames over here. He was mashing the Shoryuken, could happen from headbutt into Hellstab. You leave 3 frames for the opponent to react. It's a frame trap. And now super level 2. With Zangief, the best idea is just to confront the super level 2. If you walk back, that's not gonna be bueno. He tried to jump back for some reason, which is not a good idea against a tornado. You just have to stand there, light SPD if you can, super level 2 if you can. You shouldn't allow the opponent to push you to the corner. With a super level 2, that's basically a death sentence. Nice reversal, however, the tornado is still over there. Nice. And from here, he decided to go into super level 3. This super level 3 will not end the round. It will take a lot of damage though. It will be on burnout. However, Rashid is going to have like a little bit over 1 dry mirror and no super. So it's not as bad as getting yourself into burnout in other situations. We're going to advance a little bit. Now, what do you do here? How do you close the round? You have to very carefully walk forwards, because even though Rashid has no super, he can poke you very well with a standing heavy kick and standing heavy punch, or crouching medium kick, and he can buffer the eagle spike. You don't have to risk it, so just walk and block. Walk and block. However, here you'll see Danny trying to use a standing medium punch to stop something. Oil King is not falling for it. Regular grab, you can still win this. Crouching medium kick. I don't know what happened here. This is not real, really. I'm gonna guess Danny went for what? Crouching light punch? That crouching medium kick is 7 frames. So something happened here. He missed the DRC. You can still win this. However, he did the DRC very delayed. He pressed the macro for DRC or crouching standing medium punch, standing medium kick, just to try to get the DRC and win this. You can still take it. However, Oil King is walking back. And here Danny started eating all these fireballs. It's better to just block. Up until this point, here he has no super. Next hit, you're gonna build them as super level 1, and that could be an anti-air, especially against a character who jumps very slow or very obviously, like Zangief. And you don't have to do that. You can close the round with OD lariat, regular lariat, you can drive rush, you can jump forwards and just try to guess the timing of the fireball. But here he's starting eating the fireballs, the whirlwinds. And that was a really bad one because he charged that whirlwind. And again, you can still take this fight. -2. You can still survive here. However, Rashid has the upper hand after this. That is safe against someone in Burnout. So it's not that hard as going for a regular DRC, which is -6, if the opponent is not in Burnout. Immediately, Oil King pressed the 4-framer, just in case Danny committed to crouching light kick. He started coming back, backdashing, trying to bait something, trying to be annoying against Zangief. He tried to jump, and he was very ready with super level 1. Even though this was not a bad burnout, I feel there was no need to do super level 3. Here, you could just went for super level 2, reduced the side switch without using this pressure drive meter. Because even though the damage was not good with super level 2, he could have ended the round with the next mix-up. With 2 drive meters, the only thing Rashi can do is just try to drive reversal, escape with Shoryuken. He has to wait there. So that would have been better. That's the first thing. Consider the character can still throw fireballs. And every charged fireball could be a dash standing heavy kick, so you don't want to take that. You don't want to risk it. Now, should you walk forwards, remember to block a lot, because a lot of the things are going to be plus or extra plus. Now here, fine, you drop the combo. You don't have to think too much about it. It's something that was unintended, obviously. But walking forwards and eating these 2 fireballs wasn't. Especially that one, which allowed Oil King to produce a really good situation for himself. Now Danny is in a very precarious situation where any anti-air would kill Zangief. The issue here was not blocking or parrying. I don't know what happened. He tried to jump very late into the animation jump, which is something he tried 3 times. The third one is the lucky one for Oil King. Probably he was always mashing or buffering the super level 1 after every single whirlwind for this exact situation. He knew Danny was going to try and jump every single fireball. Be very careful with your meter first. If you know your combo will not kill the opponent, try to do something simpler, maybe super level 2 or a reset even. Everything is better than being in Burnout with Zangief. Don't try again like the last fight to be overly aggressive. You don't have to. Just walk forwards, block, try to read your opponent. Because this is a big shift in momentum. And you will see that after losing, it's something that happens. Rashid just goes crazy. There's not much you can do. Look at the amount of damage. Not much to see here. He got cornered and Oil King had all the meter, all the opportunities, everything to win. Super level 2. You're basically dead at this point. No meter, no super available. At least not the one that could work. And that's it. You have to respect the opponent sometimes, and you have to be very conscious of your super meter and drive meter management. Zangief requires drive meter to block. You will not necessarily go for DRCs all the time. That should be a given by now. But this is how important it is to produce a little bit of space between you and the opponent to just wait and see what they do. Or in other cases, just try to close the round by just throwing the opponent to the corner and not necessarily burning yourself out with super level 3. Even though it's a good idea sometimes, ending the combo in Burnout is always an issue for Zangief. Even if you're winning, try to be very, very conscious of whatever you're doing because this could happen to you. Certainly has happened to me. This is not new. This is not to throw shade on Danny or Simple Tricks, but it is something we can learn from just by watching these 2 replays. I'm gonna take a little bit of a vacation. I'm gonna be back in like a week or so. So I hope I can see you there. I'm gonna stream Monday, which is today. If that's the case, I'll see you there playing grapplers and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.